Dear learner, welcome to our lesson today in our human resource management subject. Today we are looking at, in our lesson on terminal benefits. Terminal benefits, the way the word suggests, are paid to an employee at the end of an employment contract. And the definition or the meaning of terminal benefits as we use them in human resource management is that terminal benefits refer to the final entitlements of an employee upon termination of an employment contract. And what this means is that when the employee started working, or when the employee commences work, that employee will come to an end of that working period, and there are those entitlements that have to be paid as terminal benefits. And that's what we are saying. Terminal benefits refer to the final entitlements of an employee upon termination of an employment contract. And the reason why, learner, you are acquiring this knowledge, you may be assigned the responsibility of maybe developing a policy on terminal benefits, or implementing a policy on terminal benefits. And also for your own personal use, you may work for an organization, and when you are leaving that organization, you need to have an idea of the terminal benefits that may accrue to you. Or in consultancy services, you may also be a consultant and be able to work on these kind of arrangements. And as we have indicated, this topic is very important. We are going to look at types of terminal benefits and reasons for paying terminal benefits. So we are going to start with the types of terminal benefits. Types of terminal benefits. Types of terminal benefits. So what are some of the types of terminal benefits that may be paid to employees? So one, remuneration that was due to an employee before the end of a contract. So what this means is that if an employee, for example, is coming to their end of contract in the month of, say, January. So at the end of that month of January, if the contract is ending on, say, 25th January. So if an employee has worked and the contract is terminating on 25th of January, then from 1st of January to 25th of January, that payment or remuneration that is due to that employee should be computed, and that employee paid before they leave an organization. Then annual leave days are not enjoyed by an employee. So let us assume an employee is, say, retiring in the month of, let's say, August. And from January to the end of August, this employee had, for example, 25 days annual leave. So the employee should be allowed to enjoy those leave days, or those leave days could be commuted, and that employee paid the cash equivalent of the amount. So that again should be paid to an employee before that employee leaves that particular work environment. Then there's what is referred to as a service gratuity. So depending on the number of years an employee has worked, a formula is used to be able to say, for every, for example, 1 year an employee has worked, the employee would be paid 1 month equivalent of basic salary. So if the employee's basic salary was, let's say, 10,000 shillings per month, and the employee has worked for 10 years, then this employee could be paid 100,000 shillings, if that is the formula that is being used So that then becomes the service gratuity for that particular employee for those 10 years the employee has put in their service. So depending on the formula, then service gratuity could be one of the terminal benefits an employee could be entitled to at the end of a given contract. Then there is what is referred to as death gratuity. Death gratuity. So in the event of an employee dying while in service, then a death gratuity is computed and given to pay to the next of kin, as may have been indicated by that particular employee. So a death gratuity is also one of the terminal benefits that may be paid accruing from the passing on of a given employee. There is also the aspect of pension. Pension. An employee could have been a member of, say, a pension scheme, and maybe this could be contributory or non-contributory. So once the employee retires, based on the pension scheme requirements, the pension is computed and that employee accesses that pension payment as part of the terminal benefits that may be paid to employees who are leaving a given organization. So that pension could be a pension that the employee contributes to, the employer contributes to, and then that becomes part of that particular. Then there is what is referred to as severance pay. Severance pay. So severance pay is paid at the end of a period, depending on the contract of engagement. So severance pay is paid to an employee depending on the formula agreed based on the contract of employment in that particular organization. Then you also have what you call social security, social security pay. So for example, in the Kenyan situation, we have what is referred to as the NSSF. So National Social Security Fund. The employee contributes to this fund. Employer also contributes a portion. Then at the end of the day, plus the interest that the money accrues, so the employee's contribution, employer's contribution, interest that accrues to that particular money, that money is paid as a lump sum to an employee as a social security payment. So that again is a terminal benefit an employee is given while leaving an organization. Some organizations may have what is referred to as relocation pay. Now, depending on the contract of employment, an employer and an employee could have agreed that when the employee retires, some amount will be paid to the employee relocation to retirement place. Sometimes this is referred to as the home. So when an employee is being recruited, the employee is required to specify what is their retirement home or where will they be retiring to. And once the employee has indicated that way, then that relocation pay is computed to be able to allow that particular employee to be able, for example, to move with their luggage and maybe their dependents to that particular location. So that again could be part of the terminal benefits that are paid to given employees. So one may want to find out, why would an organization or why would terminal benefits be paid? So we want to now learn to look at reasons for paying terminal benefits. Reasons for paying terminal benefits. Reasons for paying terminal benefits. What are some of the reasons that may make an employer to pay terminal benefits? So one, legal obligations. Legal obligations. An organization may, for example, pay a pension because it is a legal obligation that like in government, when employees retire from government, there is a legal obligation. Acts of Parliament are there to be able to make the employers pay. Number two, if it comes to, for example, relocation, an organization may want to support employee support. Employee support. An organization may want to support its employees. So through payment of, say, relocation pay, then an organization provides employee support, for example, for settling at their retirement, for example, place, or relocating to a place of their choice. Then attraction of prospective employees. So that again becomes a reason why an employer may pay terminal benefits. So that workers are asking, if I work for this particular employer, what would be my terminal benefits when I'll be leaving this particular, for example, employer. So that then becomes an attraction of prospective employees in that particular organization. Then number four, employee engagement. Employee engagement. So employees who know that their welfare, their retirement, their movement, and other issues will be taken care of at the point of retirement, that particular organization will have a higher employee engagement from those particular employees in terms of that particular organization. Then there is the element of employee productivity. Employee productivity. So once employees, as we have indicated, are committed to their work, those employees know all these things will be taken care of. Those employees become more productive because it is from their productivity that that particular employer is able to get the resources, is also able to be able to pay promptly. Then there is the element of employee retention. Employee retention. So when an organization retains employees, because if you are going to get your severance pay, the longer you work for the employer, if you are going to get your service gratuity, the longer you work for the employer, the higher the terminal benefits. So terminal benefits may be paid for employees to be able to ensure that they are retained for a longer period. So as the employees get a higher terminal benefit, they also work for the organization for a longer time. So those could be some of the reasons why organizations may pay terminal benefits. So Lana, in our continuing content on management of terminal benefits, we have looked at three things. We have looked at what is meant by terminal benefits. We have looked at the types of terminal benefits and also the reasons why organizations may pay terminal benefits. So very quickly, what are terminal benefits? Terminal benefits refer to the final entitlements of an employee upon termination of an employment contract. And we have looked at two things, types of terminal benefits and the reasons for paying terminal benefits. Now, types of terminal benefits, Lana, what are some of them? So one, remuneration that was due to an employee before the end of a contract. Two, annual leave days not enjoyed by an employee. Then three, service gratuity, depending on the years an employee has worked. Death gratuity, which could be paid to next of kin, number four. Number five, pension, which may be managed by maybe a pension scheme. Then number six, severance pay. And then number seven, social security pay, for example, NSSF, where the employee contributes, the employer contributes, the interest that accrues, that is paid to an employee as a lump sum. Number eight, relocation pay to assist an employee relocate to a retirement place or where they are likely to settle. Then we have also looked at reasons for paying terminal benefits, where we have indicated that one, legal obligations, two, employee support by the employer, then three, attraction of prospective employees, then four, employee engagement, five, employee productivity. 6, employee retention. Those could be some of the reasons why an organization may pay terminal benefits to employees. So dear learner, before we finish our lesson, you need to have an assignment that you need to work on. Assignment. So the assignment is discuss the types of terminal benefits. Discuss the types of terminal benefits that may be paid to employees. That may be paid to employees in an organization. So dear learner, this is your assignment. Discuss the types of terminal benefits that may be paid to employees in an organization. So we have come to the end of our lesson today, which was terminal benefits. So thank you very much for being attentive.